What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So if you've been watching my videos, then you know last week I posted a video on how I created my first digital product. I want to share with you the results that I've gotten, right? Like I want to share with you kind of like what I've been doing as far as like where I've been promoting, kind of like what my results have been after a week. If you want to skip the video, you don't want to watch the full thing, then you can go ahead and skip it because I'll be honest, is not that great. So it's my first time running ads for a digital product. I have never done it before. And I was kind of like playing around and seeing what works, what doesn't work. And I spent around, I want to say around 150 bucks a trial and, trialing this out and seeing what kind of results I would get. And I'll be honest, the results are not what you're expecting, or at least what I was expecting. I was expecting at least a couple of sales, at least like 5 sales. If you remember my last video, I was like, you know what? I was doing the math. If I can make profit 17 bucks a day, if I sell the product at 35, then who knows? Then maybe this would eventually turn into something that I can do on the side and create different digital books and just grow the business like that. But unfortunately, it didn't happen like that. And I'm just gonna quit the chit chat and just show you like what the numbers and what it looks like. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and log into my Stand store. And if you log into my Stand store, what you see over here, total revenue, $4.97. I hate to break it to you, but that was not an actual sale. That was me testing other products because I was like, why am I not getting any sales? Is there a discrepancy in the checkout box? Is there something going on where I'm not seeing? And I wanted to do the whole process actually if I was a customer, just to see if I would get any, to see if there was any errors and to see the whole process, the payment process and everything went through. So the $4.97, that's actually me buying the buying the product. So the next thing we can see here, if we let's go look at the stats, is we'll do 14 days. So in the last 14 days, I had 312 storefront visits, meaning people that I run ads on. They went either from the ads or from my Instagram or TikTok page from the link to my website. This is what I'm talking about, like the trial and error and kind of seeing like I'm not really sure, what I could adjust it or made better. I'm big on looking at stats and kind of seeing where you could improve and what you can do better, right? So for example, if we look over here, where are my customers coming from? It says other 173, Instagram 86, Stand store 46, Facebook 4, TikTok and direct. So TikTok 2, Facebook 4, and then direct 1. So I had the numbers here are a little bit different because if you look into the Instagram page, it'll show you sometimes there's a discrepancy between the amount of numbers that Instagram and Facebook report versus what your Stand store is saying. However, it's not such a huge discrepancy, so it's not a big deal. I'll go by the Stand store numbers because I would like to see what their actual numbers went in, if that makes sense, or what their actual number had of people actually visited the website. I'm not sure if I'm making sense. All right, so if we see here, the Reels, that's the reel guide that I had that I was promoting. I wanted people to click on the link and then I wanted them to go straight to buying the guide, the ebook that I created, and to see if I would get any sales. I will say I changed the prices a lot. I was like $5, $7, and I even did for $1 for a couple hours just to see if anybody would buy. But unfortunately, I didn't get any results. So far, me selling digital books, it hasn't been kind of like what I thought it would be. I thought it was gonna be a little bit easier, just like running ads, and then people will buy if they find value. And I thought like running on Instagram and Facebook ads, like they would serve the people that are looking for ebooks on how to grow on Instagram and Reels, and I will get more sales, right? Like that's what I thought. But unfortunately, it wasn't the case, which now brings me to what I'm gonna do different. So here's how I am going to change things and try this again. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to be updating the guide, or I might create a whole new ebook. And what I'm gonna do is I wanna spend more time in the description. I wanna spend a little bit more time kind of like working with ChatGPT on how to improve the title, how to improve the description, and how to make it a little bit more appealing. I feel like this ebook, maybe the name wasn't as appealing, or maybe the picture that I had the name under, or the title, there was something, right? Like something wasn't working. And that's one of those things where I feel like a lot of people, whether in business or with their first digital product or whatever the case is, I feel like they get discouraged in the beginning because they don't see the value right away. But instead of just looking at something and saying, oh, this doesn't work, or it works for some other people, but maybe it doesn't work for me, and quitting and like not trying again, I feel like this is where it makes a difference, right? And I feel like this is where people they where things change, and this is where either it makes or breaks someone, especially in this entrepreneurship world. And that's what I don't want to do. Like, I do enjoy creating digital products, I do enjoy the process, and I do enjoy talking to people about, you know, the process of running ads and all that. So what I'm gonna do moving forward is I will recreate the product, maybe create a different type of product, and work on the description, work on the title, make it more appealing, and then I will be sharing my results again, because I believe there's a lot of people that are thinking about digital products and are sometimes we're just shown like the good, and sometimes you have to see like the not so good, or like the results that this person didn't get, so you can get a little bit motivated and then work towards getting the results that you actually want. So like I said, moving forward, gonna change the title, gonna change the description, maybe create a whole new product along the way. I'll be sharing with you guys the name and everything. But in the meantime, yeah, those were my results. Nothing much, nothing, you know, that I honestly, I thought I was gonna have at least a couple sales, but it wasn't the case. But am I a little bit, you know, like disappointed? Yeah, a little bit, like 10% disappointed, but I know I will create a different product, change things a little bit, and we will get more results. I will be sharing with you guys what the results are. But in the meantime, yeah, thank you for watching. This is a quick one because I wanted to pretty much just share with you my results up to date. I want to do like kind of like a weekly series. If I do another video a week, it will be something maybe different. But yeah, I kind of wanted to do a series on how to grow your digital products and to see if we are profitable. So yeah, if you have been watching, thank you for watching. Appreciate you. I updated the links below. So if you want to do like a one-on-one call, if you have any questions about digital products, if you need help creating a digital product, if you need help like structuring something for your business as far as social media and maybe somewhere that you want to grow in social media, then feel free to book a one-on-one call. I would love to help you. And yeah, see you in the next one.